next door here that comes and goes as they want to.
Yep.
Okay? They screwed with the roof, with the chimney. Okay? My whole office, the ceiling is getting destroyed. Now, I know it needs a roof, but they don't want to pay for it. But that's what my office ceiling looks
Okay.
like.
That's inside your house.
Yeah.
Okay.
Then in February, they flooded my whole house.
How did you
Well, there was no heat, and they were doing plumbing, trying to put a bathroom up on the second floor, and the pipes broke. So then you guys, or the fire department, smashed up the basement window. I was wondering why I had cold air whistling through my house, only I couldn't really tell because there was so much snow until it thawed out. So I had to board up a perfectly good window that got rolled out. Now they're bringing abandoned vehicles here.
Yeah, I was here last night. We're working on that. So let's back up to last night. You said it was USA Trucking.
It was USA Towing. His name is Marcel.
Where's
his number is 751.
Okay, because we couldn't find a USA
No,
Towing.
I wonder. I'm going to see if he has a PUC registration too.
Okay, because the one we were looking up is out of Tamaqua, and I didn't think it was the right one. So his name is Marcel.
Well, there's the brother. There's Tercel and Marcel. There's another
Okay.
one. There's a red one and the white record. The white record, Marcel, was the guy that was here.
And what's his number?
It's 570-751 6959. I just called him, told him he had issues.
Okay.
That's the guy, USA Towing.
Okay.
Because I was trying to find on the PUC registration, there's a USA Towing, but that's out near Harrisburg.
Okay.
And there's another one that I guess I think it's Lancaster County or Lancaster, PA.
Yeah, and there's a US Towing down in Tamaqua, so I wanted to clarify it wasn't them, it was actually
Yeah,
USA.
no.
You said USA and you said the guy's name is Marcel.
Yeah.
Does he have kind of like an O-shaped belly like this? The record's like a international.
It's a chicken house.
No,
I think it is an international record.
I think I've seen a truck like that. It's like it's styled like the semi truck, the logo on it. It's all fucked up, faded, it's years old. The guy sounded that like
Tercel, I believe, lives over in Diamond Street. There's that other place that's there, the market. He lives down the line.
Okay.
Okay, so that's what Tercel, the brother, but it's Marcel, the guy that was here.
Okay.
All right. Because Tony said all the errors and stuff like that. A lot of people are upset with this story. A lot of people here, man, they like me. Everything's so good fixed. I just don't need them using my property as theirs for doing these things. I don't want my house burned down at my age.
sure.
I understand that.
And I looked
Now-
at the damage up there upstairs. Whatever to do with that.
So when did this damage occur? You said February.
That was the order. That was the order.
What
They
is
did that last summer, and every time I confront them about it, they speak in the language.
Do you own the home?
Yeah, I own this.
You own the home.
Yeah.
You have homeowners on it.
Can't get it. It's too many properties in the side.
No, sure, even though yours is occupied by them.
Even though his is up to code, they
You won't even get a loan like that either. I don't know if you guys know that. That's why the joint properties are bad investment unless you're owning them all of them. You know, I was going to buy this, but I was in the VA. I had just gotten home, and he was helping me rebuild this overnight. It was like an ogre.
From like knowing people with zoning and shit like that for construction, a lot of like banks, even if it's like a tax sale property, it's like 10 grand. If you have delinquent building on either side of you, even if it's not attached, if it's within a certain distance, they don't want to insure it. You won't be able to get a loan.
He
for
saw
it.
this when I bought it, and he was literally wild animals living in the house. And, you know, my pork chops were warmer than freezing my first winter than I was here. So I mean, I rebuilt this. He helped me.
Were they out here today? Did they come out today?
No, but there was a big argument and a big bang last night after you guys left. There was another group of gangsters. I don't know if they were looking for them. Now, Milosky over here, he's a brother with he says he's Florence out here. But that's why they come here and skedaddle their guys. But I believe they're tracking me because they come here. I can't really pinpoint anyone over here. And sometimes I don't even know they're there on the foot until I see them dumping shit buckets out front, because that's another thing they're doing. They're dumping it down the storm sewer.
Okay.
So
But they were after so after we were here last night to check on the car, trying to identify who the property owner is. Who
there was another group that showed up because now she saw him. If you talk to her, she's having problems with him.
Okay, where does she live?
She's in the end house.
She's in the end house?
That little summer house has a front door over there.
Okay.
She's sick right now.
Okay, because she didn't answer last night. We knocked on those doors and no one answered last night.
Well, she said she heard it, but the first argument was me and them, and tow truck driver. Then whoever the other gangsters were, they were arguing amongst themselves. And then I went out, they got against the fence. I don't know when, like I said, after I went in to call you guys again, there was another big bang.
Okay. Let me ask you this, just because I'm trying to figure things out. How, I know, so you use this driveway right here to access the rear of your property.
Correct.
How does the other units access the rear of their property?
This is all mine, man. They really can't because as of here, as of right here, according to Frank Miller, this is surveyor for you guys to stay with. Let me see your map. Okay, well this was a don't access.
These two properties are owned by an individual. You own this property. The lot next door is owned by a gentleman out of New York. The driveway is owned by a Hispanic woman, and then the property next door is owned by a Hispanic woman. So that's not even a driveway. On the lot, I don't know.
Yes.
So you have a right of way.
Yeah, I can.
My concern though is you have rights. They have rights.
I'm not going to go against this version unless something's going to be.
I don't know if they have the right to come through here and access the rear of the property. I don't know if they have to come through there to access the rear of the property.
This is still mine.
Okay. What I'm saying though is, without looking at the deed itself, I'm just letting it go. Not going to right of way, any type of access. I just don't know. I believe you. I believe that this is your property. I found that. I noticed it. I looked at the tax map last night. I can tell you which is yours. I can tell you that property next door is a guy from New York. I can tell you this is a Hispanic woman that owns this. Like you're telling me the truth, and I believe you. The
As far
problem
as
is
I know,
without reading the maps in order to figure out who actually can access back here, that's where we're
Well,
getting
she's
into.
not an access to the property.
Okay. Okay.
That's what citizens of the police have to do together. Keeping bad evidence out. Because I don't want a tragedy. I don't want to end up dead. I don't want to end up in jail. There's two things going on there. But I'm serious about handling this. It's got to end.
He was mentioning the cars with New York plates, and it's like Lord knows why they take traffic flow back and forth. And people are there, along with the good people that are doing originally, the bad are coming too, and they're picking their fucking nose up.
There's good and bad to everything.
Yeah.
And good and bad from everything.
Well,
His brother's a true blue citizen of the state.
Good and bad from being
Let me get this, Kyle, for them.
We'll stay right here. No, don't let the cat out.
You want to go out, Mama? That's my dad's half brother. He was the chief homicide investigator at Troop M down in Bethel.
Okay.
And that's where his brother's at. But he had law enforcement. My father was a trooper for a while.
Okay.
I was a police officer in Dallas-Fort Worth when it was the Metro, before they had the joint Dallas-Fort Worth PD back in the 80s.
Okay. And I understand that. And so I understand there's issues with the certain caliber of people that are coming and going next door. I agree with you. I will increase the patrols down here. If you see the cars pull in, call us. We will send patrols down right away. I can't have somebody here 24/7. We just don't have those
Mr.
kind
Hunter,
of
I
resources.
understand it, and I know you. I guess you guys said what? Sometimes you only have 2 cars on for the whole
If
county.
I'm lucky, I got 2 cars and maybe myself as a supervisor, to cover 103 miles of interstate and half a county. Other times I got 5, 6, 8 troopers. It comes and goes depending on what our resources are available. But
you guys with your lives better start addressing your state representatives as well.
oh,
Not
believe
just
me,
us.
we do. We definitely do. We definitely speak out to our representatives. We talk to them as best as we could. We got a good union that represents us, that does their best for us. But it all comes down to the mighty dollar. Everybody's worried about money, so.
With all the defund the police shit, I mean, have you guys, with PA State Police, have you guys suffered with that? Like, have officers left because of all this shit? I mean, in some places they obviously
No, we
but
have not been affected by that specifically.
okay, yeah, because
No.
like that and all the anti-cop sentiment, I know cops are leaving.
You
Oh,
had
yeah.
a couple of them out there at the barracks. They belonged in an asylum. It was his name, Basic or Blazik or whatever the hell, and the other one, Dotterdiv.
They're both retired. They're both already retired. They've did their time and they're no longer at the barracks.
Like, here's a weird thing for me is that the coolest, like, most chill, relaxed cops that I've always dealt with were state police, and like the kind of more like antsy cops that maybe want to ticket you for whatever they can. Those were always local cops.
He's the truck driver, and his brother coaches him how to handle the stress.
But everybody else that I've known, they've always had state cops that were not so nice, and it was always the local cops that were. I don't fucking get that.
No,
But
that I can't speak for. I mean, we're supposed to conduct ourselves professionally at all times.
Yeah.
We try to hold ourselves to a higher standard. But I can't speak for every trooper and every interaction they have with the public.
Well, this was
We're all different.
a crack house, and I believe you were here a couple times.
No, this is the first time I'm here.
There was so many guys that were here. But
I've been here several times. I've been here with quads a bunch of times. I've been here with some other issues. I've been here a bunch of times with you.
yeah, they've been stealing.
We had the issue down on 93, the crash with the PennDOT truck, where one of the firefighters and you had a bit of a confrontation. I spoke to you about that.
Well, that was the other
incident
ones
too.
over there. Yeah, that was the niece over there. She crashed.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? I just wanted to get a hold of the father. These guys trying to grab a hold of me.
Okay, well, that was another issue, but I was the trooper that dealt with you on that issue also.
Yeah, well, people.
So-
Like, I have a hard time with the way people handle themselves around here.
Okay.
Not just the police. I mean, regular people. They're, and everybody that says it comes from other areas. I mean,
Mhm.
I have a daughter out in California, one in Texas, and they come here and they say, these people are fucking weird. You know, and a lot of
I'm sure when the people come from California, we say they're fucking weird. Everybody's different and unique.
Well, no, she was raised here, but the problem, where this goes at is a lot of these people. I doubt whether they graduated high school, whether they have any type of formal education.
That I don't know.
Well, I even see checks; they can't even spell their own name on a check right.
Mm-hmm.
Different things where I have to return money. They write their name down, and the bank calls me. Hey, you wrote this check to so and so to return the money, and you misspelled the name. I said, no, that's the way he spelled it. And I opened my book up, wherever my little book is. I think I took it back.
That's like the fucking plant operator at Ormrod Quarry. They call him G-Man because he was a garbage man his whole life before he came there. He's fucking illiterate. He can't read or write.
Okay,
So I have issues dealing.
so I understand the issue with the trespassing, and that's definitely an issue that we will look into. But you also said to my dispatch you had a complaint about the township, and
Well, Scott Costician, in other words, this
Okay.
guy's doing what he damn well pleases. Okay?
Okay.
I tried informing Scott, especially when this was going on with the cooking oil and all this, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
It took a while to get a response on that.
My shit filter's full. I can only handle so much at my age. You know what I mean?
Okay. Well,
It's,
I can definitely reach out and talk to the township. Obviously, I know Scott. You know, we're running with the fire department and the township. I know Scott. I can speak to him about that and speak to him about the other issues with the trespassing coming going. If there's anything the township can do on their end.
well, like I
but
said,
predominantly-
that car is halfway on her property. It's, it's over the property line.
Okay. And without a true survey in hand, I believe you. But again, I went to school for surveying, civil engineering. That's my background. That's what I did before I became a trooper. Unless you have a survey in hand proving it, it's your word against somebody else's. That's the hard part. State police, that's a civil matter. We don't get involved in property rights and who
Well,
owns
it's
what
kind
land
of
and
like
who
entering.
doesn't.
To me, it's kind of like
It's-
entering somebody's house, entering their private space like that.
Well, here's my question.
But like I said before, they obviously have to have some way to access the rear of their property. We need to determine how. If they have the right to come up this driveway and across, and they have by
They don't
deed,
want them over there. You should have seen what they did to Lewis' house over there when they spun the tires and
But if the
coated
deed,
his whole house with mud. They just painted that
but
over
if the
there.
deed says they do, then there's nothing we can do. But if
No,
the deed
his
says they have to come that way around, then
they
we
do.
have an
That's
issue.
his back door.
Then we have something we can deal with.
That's his back door. That's his
But
access.
I know the property in Pennsylvania says, these row houses like this, they have to be able to access the rear somehow. Sometimes the only way they could do it is come in and through the house. Other times they have access around. I don't know without reading the deed, but again, that's a civil issue that PSP doesn't get involved in. We deal with the criminal side. So if I can determine that they trespassed on your property, that's a criminal issue. They can be cited for that. But if I can't prove that beyond a reasonable doubt, nothing I can do about that.
Well, I mean, I can prove the damage that they're doing. Like I said, they're just derelicts. They're doing what they damn well please. And what do I got to suffer? A fire or consequences or die here because somebody's an idiot?
No, and I will increase patrols down here, and I will let this property know that it's becoming a nuisance property, and I will make sure that I have patrols down here more often, more frequent. If you see these people from New York pull in, call us. I got no problem sending a trooper down to talk to them and find
like
out
I
what
said,
their issue
Mr. Hunter,
is.
to be honest, they're here so fast. And like I said, I think they're dropping
Start
their
writing
load.
plates down. Start writing their plate numbers down.
I try to
Documented.
do that.
Write the description of the vehicle and let us know.
Most of the time, I'm out back here, to be honest with you.
You guys familiar with, because you guys are cops, I don't know how much you use the internet. You guys familiar with Officer 401?
Mm-hmm. I am.
I think he made a video about it one time about them trafficking the dope and shit.
Okay.
Why
I
people
think
are
that's
like-
what they're
I don't know
doing
for
is they're-
sure. I don't remember. I
they're
watch a few guys.
Maybe dropping or whatever weapon.
Yeah.
Who knows?
Yeah,
guns,
absolutely. It could be a stash house.
Stashing.
I believe you 100%. It could be a stash house. Unfortunately, you saying it's a stash house and me proving it's a stash house is two different things.
By their
And
bodily
me
appearances and grooming, there's
and
no
me
way in
getting
hell.
inside that house, just don't say so, isn't going to happen.
Well,
we
with the-
need a little more probable cause than that.
Yeah, like I'll have them start.
If I would have
plates.
used my police reasoning back from my day, okay, when they're groomed like that and they got the gangster do and the gangster duds on, they're too stupid to have a job. They don't speak English, so they don't have a job. So what are they doing? Because they're driving brand new cars.
And they probably have meth
They're,
in the
they're,
car.
they're driving cars nicer than I drive. I agree with you 100%. So how are they getting them? There has to be something shady about it. The problem is looking at it and thinking, hey, there's something shady, and proving there's something shady is two different things.
When I see
So-
a guy his age driving a brand new BMW, I know there's something wrong with the picture.
Well, I don't know. Maybe Daddy bought them the car.
Yeah, I mean this economy doesn't like young men much.
Daddy that
No,
doesn't
not
speak.
really.
Daddy doesn't speak English. You should have seen the one with the gold chains. I was out the spray washing the one tractor off on my trailer. He got gold chains, gold teeth, Cadillac Escalade, and I'm thinking like, police don't notice this.
Well, we notice it. We absolutely notice it. But again, noticing and doing something about it are two different things. And just because we notice something without the right probable cause or suspicion, our hands get tied.
Now, I like to enjoy my life. I got a mess inside that house I got to clean up.
Mm-hmm.
And it seems like every time, and it's not just you, there's some other distraction, a customer shows up or something goes south, or I'm dealing with my mom, I care for my parents, okay? He knows. They drive me out of my mind. You know what I mean? So I can't really attend to myself, and my fuse is short. And dealing with this, like I said, I don't want to come home one day and I'm out of a house or they did something to one of my animals. You know, they were chasing my one
I
animal.
understand. I sympathize. I understand.
They're on my
Yeah.
property chasing my animals. I mean, what they, you know.
What can we do at least about them fucking up the house and having that water come in there? Because it's like
And that because because it's a common house like that. My best suggestion to you is to speak to an attorney. You're probably going to have to file a civil action against them.
yeah, because I've lived in houses like that where that's not pleasant, and the longer it goes on, it's more expensive to fix.
What happened was
I understand.
spring rolled around and they must have had a bunch of shit buckets in the basement that thawed out. Like, what the?
Literal piss and shit buckets.
Yeah, I mean, it was lingering in my house for for the whole month of April. As it.
Well, and that's an issue. That's an issue. With maybe the township can do something as far as zoning. That's a township issue. I can definitely speak to the township about that. But your best advice for that and how to get that taken care of is probably to seek an attorney's advice, seek legal advice from an attorney.
I think if
probably
you
file
guys
some kind of civil action.
I think if you guys and Scott work together, maybe it's going to have to be a joint effort.
Okay, well,
okay.
I'll definitely talk to Scott. I have no problems with that. I can definitely speak to him on your behalf and see what we can do about this property. And like I said, I will definitely put that word out to increase patrols down here. If you see any particular vehicles, call us. Let us know.
You'll probably catch some of them. They come through here like it's NASCAR. I mean, I think they're at 100 miles an hour, and you're to hear someone come boiling through here.
The biggest thing for me is with the potential dope dealing. I had a very good friend in high school who died of that shit. So,
it's personal.
yeah, it's like I report that shit when I see it.
I get it.
It's like
No,
original.
they're coming here to this country spreading this rat poison across the board.
Yep.
You guys got to deal with it and risk your lives dealing with it. You know?
I mean,
And you know what? The danger ain't the thug with the gun. It's the day you get out of that car and that tractor trailer comes by and grabs you.
Oh, absolutely.
Like the fentanyl, if you, for instance, from what I've seen watching TV and documentaries and different things, if you have like a wrap up package of fentanyl like this, that's enough fentanyl to kill 80,000 people.
Probably.
Because you just need just like a pinch of fucking salt.
Yeah, well, absolutely. It takes very little. It takes very little.
But it's like
we definitely we're well aware of that.
because like this place is mine when he's dead,
Right.
you know, and they trashed the place.
Trooper Parisi was the one dealing with the car. I will talk to him. I think he comes in later today. We will try to follow up with the USA Trucking. I will follow up with the township. And obviously it's Sunday today. Give me a day or two to speak to the township. And then we'll be back in touch with you and see what assistance we can be of you. But if you see a car, get a description, call us, let us know. If you see him coming in and out, call us.
Talk to her because she's
I'll walk around and see if
she sees the front more than like I said.
Okay.
I'm back here, asses and elbows, and anytime you guys see me, that's normally I'm working on something.
Well, I'll definitely walk her. Like I said, I knocked on the door last night. She didn't answer. I'll go try and knock on the door again, see if she'll answer me this time.
I just called her. I told her.
Okay.
She even knew you guys were out front. That's what I said. She's paranoid over there because she knows nothing good's going to come out of this.
Yeah.
Nothing.
Isn't Lee in her 70s?
I mean, I don't want to be a senior citizen in a state prison. I just don't want to have it happen.
Yeah.
I've been through hell and back. I fought enough wars. I've been to Iraq. I had a nice good time there. I had a nice divorce. I had a nice trip to jail once or twice. I'm done with it. You know what I mean? I just want to enjoy my life in my retirement.
Okay. Well, I'll be in touch. We're going to talk to her, and then I'll be in touch. Okay?
Well,
Thank
appreciate
you.
it. Thank you.
Thanks,
Yes,
Jeff.
God.
Hey, Dad, how's that shit that was in your mouth going? Fucking.
I haven't gotten there to the doctor yet. It's just been